This one is My Outs. My Outs.
My outs.
My
Okay.
Outs. Okay.
Good question.
Can you grow plants to eat on the ISS?
We have been doing that for a long time, although we have not really been eating them yet.
I think they're eating them now. That's kind of being a cannibal, eating your crew members, right? Your plant crew members. But we are raising plants on space station for experiments, and I guess after the experiment you get to eat it. But the plants that have been raised for human consumption are mostly condiments, things that you could add as a garnish to your food. Your main food calories are all brought up from Earth, and I think it'll be a while before we can raise effectively 3,000 calories, food calories a day for the crew to eat on orbit.
But that's really one of the reasons that we do the experiments up there on plants, is to understand, you know, on a mission to Mars, we can't bring all our food with us, and so how do we grow that food? And what we find out about growing food up there, by taking away the variable of gravity, we can look at, well, gee, why do plants grow in a certain direction? Is it light or is it gravity? And we can separate those things so we can understand them, and then when we're growing plants back down here on Earth, we understand more about them, and we can grow plants in places where it's really difficult to grow plants, like space.
Absolutely, you can grow plants to eat on the space station. You have light, you have water, and there are some plants, that's all you need. If you just put it in water and subject it to light or a wet sponge, it'll grow. But pretty basic stuff, you know, lettuce category kind of stuff, watercress, that type of thing. But the real question is it worth it, right? Are you better to bring the seeds and set up the environment and put the water in and the sponge and keep the lights on and maintain the temperature and everything else? Is that the right way to get food on board? Or are you better just to bring food or just bring seeds and eat them? And also, if you're growing food for eating, what happens if you have a crop failure and you don't have a backup plan? Because then you're out of luck, right?
There's a human part of it too, though.
Oh,
you know,
there
like
is.
You know, in the South Pole, they have a greenhouse where they grow.
But they don't
fresh
raise
food.
all their food for their main calories.
Right.
And so I think you need to differentiate. Are you raising food for condiments, a little sprig of lettuce? Or what's that stuff that they put in your salad that nobody ever eats?
Parsley.
Parsley, yeah.
Parsley.
I am not growing parsley up there, okay?
But so there's the condiments, and then there's the potatoes that go with the meat that give you your 3,000 calories a day. And it's going to be a while before we can supply that kind of plant nutrients.
But I think for any long space voyage, or when we start living on the moon, we're going
that's different.
We're
Yeah,
going to
that's
have
different.
to make it part of our plan. We can't just bring everything in cans.
But for an outpost, like in Antarctica, we bring in all our food in Antarctica except for condiments and things that we raise in the gardens.
Yeah, and it's nice to have some green, for sure.
But you know, all these things, when we work in such a different environment, the things that we learn about how plants grow, you know, isolating, you know, do plants grow up because of gravity, or is it because of light, getting to isolate those factors? You know, this comes right back down here to Earth, where we really need more land where we can grow food. In the land where it's difficult to grow food, it's hard, and so the things we learn up in space allows us to grow food back here on Earth.